Brothers Breakdown,
We are brothers.
who like wrestling.
Forbidden Door.
Forbidden Door. This was a good pay-per-view. I thoroughly enjoyed it,
Yeah.
even though I didn't get to watch it live. I watched it a day or two later, but it was still good.
Same. And highlights and all that. Yeah. So it was
It was a good 9-match, 4.5 hours, so that's about right for AEW.
the
8
nine
or 9
matches
right at the
with
4-hour
the
mark.
3 or 4 and 0 hour or whatever.
I didn't watch the 0 hour.
I didn't either. Ricochet was on there.
Yeah.
And one of their trio tag teams.
Yeah. All right. So we'll get the numbers out of the way. We both went 6-3. We picked a lot the same, and then 2 matches we differed on. We split, and so we went 6-3. So another one for the pay-per-view ties category. So numbers updated. Brad's bold take failed. We'll talk about that later. And I don't think I made a dashing take.
Nope. You're too scared.
Yeah, I just forget half the time. I start recording before I've thought about half the matches. So, all right. Anyways,
Mine just pops in my head. I'm like, oh.
first match was CNC versus Killswitch and Kip Sabian. The week after they called themselves that, and I was like, that's not a good name, but whatever. For Christian and Cope, it doesn't
CNC,
quite have the ring as
yeah.
as Edge and Christian, but
Yeah.
they defeated Killswitch and Kip Sabian, so we both picked that. We thought that was going to happen.
They'll work on it, I guess, with the new names.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know.
But they're begrudgingly working together now, so and they're up against somebody next month to pay-per-view, so
It should build to see good. Christian and Cope or whatever, Edge, whoever you want to call them, back in the ring together.
Yeah, that's cool. It's been 10 years, so it's cool to see them together.
So yeah, a great opening match. They play well with the crowd, which has always been their strength. I mean, that's what Edge does, right? I keep saying Edge. I'm going to keep saying it. I don't care. That's what he does. He's good with, checking out all the emotions with the crowd and gets them involved. And
for sure.
You can't, of course you can always say things about everything, but I enjoyed it. I mean, great opening match. You just kind of had to go with that.
Yep. It was good.
So, not like a 5-star classic, but still, it's just like some of that nostalgia from back in the day, right? Just makes you feel good on the inside. So.
Yep. The next one was quite the banger for the TNT Championship. Kyle Fletcher versus Hiromu Takahashi.
Did you say it right?
Yeah, I think I was pretty close.
Don't ask me to say it. I'll get it wrong.
We both picked Kyle Fletcher to win, and we was pretty sure that was going to be the case, but they still put on a banger of a match, so I was impressed with it.
Yeah. So does that mean Hiromu's coming back full time? Maybe, or he should, or
he's a New Japan guy, so I don't know.
He's not the. I was thinking he was the announcer dude. I'm getting all my people mixed up here.
No, that's Nigel. No.
I struggle enough with AEW. Now they're like, let's bring in 4 different brands. Also, I'm like, okay, I'm out, dude. I don't even know who's what, where, when, why, and I'm gonna mess it all up. So I don't watch that much, but it was good. Kyle Fletcher. I don't think he's
a great heel.
I don't think he's too Dirty Dom heat at his height, but
he's got the potential for it.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
He's a good heel.
So.
And he's a great wrestler. So.
Yeah, he really is, but then he gets into the weird stuff like the biting in the blood, and you're like, okay, that's just too far.
You need some shock value. All right.
Yeah, too far. Good match though. It was good.
Next up was a 4-way for the women's TBS Championship. Mercedes Moné versus Alex Windsor, Bozilla, and Persephone. I don't know. People from 3 different promotions.
Yeah. I'm looking at that. I was like, how do you pronounce that? I have no idea.
So, this was a decent match. It was 15 minutes for the women.
And as much as I dislike her because she came out with her eight different guys and the 8 different championships and whatever.
9 now.
9 whatever. Mercedes actually kind of made the other people look pretty decent. So I'll give her props for that. Right, I'm still not happy that she won. Obviously, I figured she would, but
yeah, we both picked her to win, and so I don't like her character, but I feel like she's getting better at wrestling most of the time. So it was a decently entertaining match, and they all put on a good show.
Yeah, can't complain. So that's pretty good.
Yeah.
more so than usual. Not like, oh, she won. It's like, okay, that was actually pretty good. That was actually pretty good.
Next up was the
Now I
match.
get the commentator dude, Nigel.
Nick Sabre Jr. versus Nigel McGuinness for the IWGP Heavyweight Championship.
You mean Zach?
This was
Sabre
just
Jr.
getting their New Japan's top belt on the card, which I get, but they didn't have a good build for it, and they didn't pick a good person to go against. So like, it was obvious he was going to win. It didn't
Yeah.
need, they went. It was 17 minutes match, a little long for that. I mean, not to diminish their belt, but that should have been on the pre-show. For this
Yeah.
match, I mean, the belt deserves to be on the show, but they needed a better opponent.
Yeah.
So I wasn't overly impressed, and we both picked Nick Sabre
Zach.
Jr. to win because we
Yeah.
knew he was going to win.
Yeah.
Or Zack Sabre Jr., not Nick Sabre.
Yeah, like Nick Sabre. It's like, what? Yeah. Brian Danielson on commentary. You know, that's always good stuff.
Yeah. Good change of pace. I don't know why Taz wasn't in London. So
I don't know. Wasn't I can't remember. Wasn't there some other guy that he was a mentor of somebody? Like trying to remember. I don't know. My brain's all fuddy-duddied.
yeah, I don't know. Don't know. All right. Next up was Brad's favorite AEW Tag Team Championship.
Oh.
Three-way match. Hurt Syndicate versus FTR versus Brodito.
Brodito.
We both picked title upsets, and there was a title upset,
We're
but
both
we
half
both
right.
picked wrong.
So I guess all the complaint is that Hurt Syndicate would never want to put anybody over. Like that's what all the people were saying. But it kind of looked like they kind of wanted to with all the bumps that they took.
Yeah, it was a 16-minute match, so they took some more bumps than usual. Normally they've been not squashy, but pretty
Yeah.
strongly overhanded in most of their matches. Like Ricochet and his goons came out and pulled them out of the match, and that's how they lost. They got completely dragged out of the stage. So it's just like, well, I guess they're gonna lose now for sure.
But so now I'm hoping that since MJF lost later on, we'll get to that. Boo-hoo. I hope that they put him behind that Ricochet and the GOA. He was behind all that.
Maybe
So,
I don't know. They came out.
I think that would be good, or revenge story for getting kicked out of the group.
Gates of Agony had a match on Dynamite after that this week, and I just watched this last night and the night before, and then FTR came out after it was over and beat him down and dragged him off. Not FTR, I mean Hurt Syndicate, but they didn't. Nobody got on the mic or anything.
Okay.
And then also later on, not MJF. Good grief.
Hiroshima Takashita. No.
MVP hit Ricochet with his cane all of a sudden out of nowhere in a match, and I think helped Ricochet lose. So
Okay.
like they're slowly, but it wasn't. They didn't make a huge deal out of it, but they're kind of getting revenge a little bit. So
Okay.
I don't know if they're going to build that more or if that's just going to be it. So we'll
don't
have
know.
to see.
But it's tag team, so
Yeah.
I like it and enjoy it. And there's
New
tag
champs,
team.
Brodito has been entertaining and impressive.
The tag team division is starting, I think, to heat up a little bit and get good over
It
there.
is
at
good, man.
AEW.
Jet Speed's
Like,
amazing for the last month or two. Those guys are nuts.
They kind of have that going for them. I don't know about the trios thing, but I guess that could grow on me. But it's still
The trios goes in waves. Sometimes the trios is super hot. Like 2 years ago in 23, it was really good.
Yeah.
Going into 24, and then a lot of people got hurt, and then sometimes it's kind of fizzled out for a little while. So trios might wave back in sometime in the future to be more interesting. But yeah, the tag division is really good right now.
And still FTR versus CNC, which I can't grow on that yet. It'll take time.
Yeah, that should be a good match.
It'll be a great match. I hope. So. But yeah.
But new champs, Brodito.
So man, Brody King.
Brody King is just huge monster.
He's like Big Cass, but I don't know. That's what I kind of compare him to a little bit. That's what I kind of think of, but he's obviously bigger and I don't know, more technical wrestler, I guess. I don't know. That'd be a good one.
So, all right, next match was Kazuchika Okada versus Swerve Strickland for the Unified Championship.
Whose house? Swerve's house.
This one we both picked wrong. We really thought Swerve was going to win the belt from Kazuchika Okada, but they decided to keep it on him. So I don't know.
And then Wardlow. Yeah, I can't even say it.
Wardlow came out,
Came back.
and yeah, apparently Swerve's hurt and he's gonna be out for a while. So
Yeah, so I was like, is that a real thing? And then I was like, I just can't imagine knowing that you're completely hurt and injured and still having to go through all that. Like, that's just, oh,
yeah, it's
that's
impressive.
what you get paid to do. But yeah, no, thank you. I'm out.
I got elbowed in the face playing basketball today, and I've been like laying around for 2 hours and just
I need
taking
an
it down.
ice
I was just
pack.
like, oh my gosh, this hurts
I'm
so
going to
bad.
die.
Yeah, I was like, I'm
Uh,
not cut out for this physical combat or even pretend physical combat.
and now I guess with the Death Riders, kind of losing everything, fizzle titles. It's now, they call themselves the Family. Is that Don Callis and them? Is
Don
that
Callis family, yeah.
just call it? Okay, so I guess it's their turn to be the big new
Yeah, they the main event on
action or
Dynamite
whatever.
2 nights ago, 3 nights ago was Darby Allin versus Claudio,
Mm-hmm.
and it was a false count anywhere, and they beat the crap out of Darby all over the place.
Oof.
And then Darby still got a pin and beat Darby won, so it was impressive.
Yeah,
His ear was all still taped up. Oh, we'll get to that.
and maybe eventually the Callis family will, turn on Takashita. So
Yeah,
I don't know.
you
Got some
never know.
good ways to go there.
So, all right.
So
Next up was the women's match, championship. Toni Storm versus Athena. I picked this one wrong. I picked Athena to win. You picked Toni Storm to win.
uh-huh.
So, but that evens out with one you got wrong later. That was
Doesn't she have a neck injury? Like
Toni
it's
Storm.
Yeah.
Not that I know of.
Hmm.
She had weird makeup
We're
on,
seeing
but
something or reading about that. I don't know. I'll have to look that up. But maybe I don't know. Who knows? Nowadays, especially with Seth Rollins with all the fake injury, I'm like, okay, are you really injured? Because I'm like, and then I'm like, okay, are you just playing us?
right. This is a 15-minute match. I thought it was pretty decent. I liked it. Athena looked good. Toni Storm looked good.
Yeah.
Apparently, Athena still won the other night or last night. Ring of Honor pay-per-view. They had streaming issues, and so they just put it up for free on YouTube.
Yeah.
Their streaming thing went down, and so they were just like, put it up for free. So I was like, oh, maybe I'll try to go watch it.
So yeah, and there's a lot of great women in AEW. So I think Toni Storm can just move on to the next and hopefully good feud.
Yep.
Seems to be a lot. So
Yep, and she does a good job of kind of like doing little team ups here and there along the way with people like for 2 or 3 weeks. So she's keeping it interesting,
yeah.
even if the gimmick is starting to be a little tiring after 2 years, but it's working for him. So
Yep.
all right, next up was not the main event, but the AEW World Championship. This was a 31.5-minute match. Adam Page versus MJF, and you were right. I had missed out on the Dynamite before, where MJF had almost set Mark Briscoe on fire and made him agree to disqualifications and countouts could win the match, stuff. And he didn't have to use his contract. So as soon as I heard that, I knew immediately MJF was losing, since he didn't have to use his contract for the match.
Yeah.
So that just gives him a chance to use it again later.
Yeah.
So immediately I was like, oh, he's not winning, no matter what, even if it's going to be entertaining.
Yep. And it was.
It was a good match, and it was MJF pulling out every heel trick he could. And then almost getting away with it. And then Hangman pulled it out. So I think Hangman's doing great character work, even throughout the match storytelling. And
yeah,
I like how he calls everyone dumbass when he's on promos.
Classic insult. He's an OG AEW guy, right?
Hangman Adam from Page. The very beginning.
So I think they made the right choice to make him champ and dethrone Brain. What's his name? Death Rider dude. Yeah, I am just losing
John Moxley.
Yeah. Dean Ambrose, the guy we, almost ran into and hugged.
And he's an AEW original too. He showed up at the very first AEW pay-per-view. So
crazy. But yeah, very entertaining. I loved it absolutely with all the heel stuff. That's just classic. Reminds me of like Eddie Guerrero. Just anything you can do to try to win, and it's entertaining. I think
MJF's great. He deserves to be at the top of the card in the hunt, even if he's not at champ. He does a great job of being up there. So
He did a fantastic job. So it was great. I don't see how that wasn't the main event because it's usually, but whatever. I get the next one, but
Yeah, I mean, normally your main belt's the main event, but this was also a big. It seems like the last two pay-per-views they've done the big tag team match with all the blood and guts,
yeah,
or whatever's going to be like the gory. Like
yeah,
they know that that's a big part of their demographic is the people liking the death matches, and so they've got to have at least one big one of those per pay-per-view.
uh-huh.
And since it was going to be a 10-man one, they're going to be like, okay, we'll put that at the end.
Yeah, so you don't have to clean up as much. I mean, we
I thought it
still
was
do.
cool. The cage like was around like the whole ring. It wasn't like a small cage. It was a big cage.
Uh-huh. Yep.
So
And
good guys versus the Death Riders. I thought it was so funny when the Young Bucks came out and they put up the old graphics of like, and then they played the Hanson song for their intro music. Played Bop, and everyone was embarrassed and making fun of them. That was
Oh,
that was so
man.
stupidly funny.
Oh, yep.
So
It's just like, oh my gosh, are you kidding me? Yeah. Was this the one I picked? This is where my bold take went wrong. That Brian Danielson was going to uh, interfere with this one, or was that a different one?
yeah, he said he recused himself from commentary and just went to the back. So
Yeah. Still had good old JR, right?
yeah, JR was on commentary for 2 matches. I like that. He re-signed for a year, so I like that they can pull him out occasionally, and I like hearing him commentate just because that's what we grew up with.
I just couldn't. I just didn't. I guess I didn't realize it at first that Young Bucks OG theme was Bop. Like that's
I
just.
don't think it was. I think they were just making fun of them.
Oh.
Yeah, it was just making fun of them.
Huh. Interesting. Well,
It
whatever.
could have been, maybe. I don't know, but
That's
like,
still pretty funny though.
yeah. There were some pretty cool spots in this match.
Uh huh.
I
Even with
liked Osprey had an
people,
awesome entrance, and over there in London, the crowd was just going nuts for him.
of course.
It was a
Isn't
good
he supposed
crowd.
to be injured and like not cleared, or is that just?
So he said he wasn't cleared because it was an unsanctioned match. But obviously, you have to be cleared to do any type of match.
Yeah.
But he's out for neck surgery now, so he's going to be
Oh.
gone for, I don't know, 6, 9, 10 months, a year.
He's out, and
Him and Swerve being out just
Swerve,
kind of really
like-
take the. Some people got to step up. So
I was like, oh, they'll be back in time for the Royal Rumble or whatever. They don't have a Royal Rumble or something like that. They should, but that would be obviously.
they have their Casino Gauntlet matches they do whenever they want.
I guess yeah, that not quite the same, but yeah, great match. Like you said, lots of great spots. Man,
The ear thing was crazy, but the ear thing was. So Darby Allin's ear got caught on a ladder and his earring got
Uh-huh.
ripped off, and that wasn't supposed to happen, and so he was
Oh.
bleeding. And then they just kind of went with it, and they used the fork. And if you
yeah.
look at what he was actually doing with the fork, he wasn't actually hurting him with the fork. He was just twisting his ear around a little bit. But they leaned into it and just made it look really. John Moxley's really good at making stuff look nasty, but
yeah.
it wasn't really like hurting Darby very much at all. It just everyone was just like, "Oh my god!" And so they played that up really well of something that looks gross and maybe people going cringe, but it wasn't really hurting him.
Yeah. And Darby's he's back to taking those crazy bumps. I'm like,
Oh yeah,
dude,
he took some crazy bumps on Wednesday night after the thing.
you're like the Hardys, the Hardy Boys, at the beginning of all that, and then once they get older, they're like, yeah, I can't do this no more.
Yeah,
So, but it is entertaining. I mean, it's great. It was a great match. You never know if you get that many people in the ring if it's going to be good. You know there's going to be big spots, but
I thought the gummy bear spot was funny.
I'm going to go back and rewatch that.
That was funny.
Like-
There was some good ladder spots. There was a lot of good spots in that match. The only thing I didn't like was that it was kind of obvious when people were like laying on the side of the ring pretending to be hurt that they were just waiting their turn to like. Then two guys would jump in the ring and do a couple hits and a move, and then they'd
my
be
turn.
outside and be like, "Oh yeah, don't forget to pretend punch me once every 45 seconds so it looks like we're fighting
Yeah,
on the
so it
outside."
looks
But they
like
were
yep.
they were all just like resting and waiting their turn for their spots.
Oh, man.
Because I mean, you can't have 10 guys in a little ring without it just looking like chaos.
Yep.
So
And so, good guys won, right? Yeah.
good guys won. Osprey did a moonsault off the cage. And then Darby and Gabe Kidd did like a thing into double tables, which really wasn't that far of a drop with the double tables stacked up.
Yeah.
So, and then good guys won, and then bad guys locked the cage after Will Ospreay was in the match just saying goodbye, in the ring saying goodbye to everybody, and they beat him up some more.
Yeah. So they can go off and.
So that he can go off and he got stretchered out after it was over or whatever.
Yep.
But like, Marina Shafir climbed the cage to get in and help beat people up. And then all the good guys were like standing outside, and a bunch of people ran out, and they're like just waiting, like, get the cage raised so we can go in and fight. It's like, you can climb over the cage like the girl did, like.
Yeah, she can do it. You can do it. Like, come
But
on.
none of them climbed the cage. So I was like, all right, whatever.
Or rip off the,
Rip off the door.
or kick it open or whatever. Everybody else can do it, but come on, man.
So, good pay-per-view. I'm sad some of the faces are going to be gone for a while. I really like Ospreay.
Yup.
But all in all, good pay-per-view. So now we're building towards All Out
That's the
in
next.
September.
Okay.
And then Wrestle Dreams in October. And we got tickets to Dynamite Wednesday night before that in October. So it'll be a good time.
Yup.
Coming to Kansas City. So there's our review for Forbidden Door.
I mean, it said AEW. Which one is it again? Yeah.
Forbidden Door. Yeah, it was good. I'd give it 4 stars.
Yeah. I'll get my AEW belt back soon. But we tied. So honestly, I'm happy with that because usually I do terrible with AEW.
Yeah.
So I'm okay with that.
Yep.
I'm okay with that.
All right, that'll do it for this episode. We will talk to you guys in the next one. Later.
See ya.